will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
All right, so we're just gonna hop right in. Introduce yourself and let us know, what do you do?
My name is Jasmine Harris, and I'm a full-time photographer, videographer.
Hey, that's what's up. Runaway Digital Media.
That's right.
Yes. When did your company come into establishment? Runaway Digital Media.
I officially opened my business in 2016.
Amazing.
But it wasn't really full-time for me. It was like a side thing for me. A year or two ago, I took it full tilt, and
yeah,
now it's all I do, pays the bills.
I was about to say, see you working, putting in that work. To start off, we want to talk about, what's your mix?
Half Jamaican and half French Canadian.
So what does it mean to you to be Jamaican French Canadian? Like, what type of traditional and cultural practices did that bring into your household?
Well, my French Canadian side is Jewish, which is my mom's side, which is who I'm more familiar with.
Okay.
Because I don't know anyone from my dad's side, my Jamaican side.
So you don't know anyone from your Jamaican side, as in you never met any like cousins, relatives, anybody like that?
No,
what about your dad?
Never met my dad.
Oh,
Yikes. That was
you know, that it happens, right? Some of us haven't met our dad. Some of us is adopted.
Yeah.
My question for you is, you know, the word identity quite often comes up. What does the word identity mean to you?
Identity is who you are. It's how you see yourself, how the world views you. Everyone has an identity.
Okay.
Your identity is your experiences that shaped you throughout your lifetime.
Okay. So would you say that you have an identity?
100%.
So what's your identity?
My identity is who I am.
Just who you are. So what your essence of being is day to day.
My characteristics, my ethnicity, my culture.
So you believe it's the whole package. It's
That's
all
it.
the pieces to the whole that build an
It's
identity,
everything.
and it's not just one piece, or like you're
Yeah.
mixed, and that be your identity. That's you know, believe in an identity like that.
Even your name, like your name CHYANN, you would never change that and become a Brittany, because CHYANN is.
Maybe I would.
CHYANN is who
Brittany's
you are.
kinda cool. I've definitely thought about changing my name.
Really?
And not because I don't like my name. It came from a rage place. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I hate you, Mom. Okay, maybe not hate. That's a strong word.
So
but
you wanted to lash out.
I wanted to lash out, I think. At a point, I wanted to change my name just on the basis of lashing out. So you said that identity is everything that makes up who you are, all the pieces to the whole. When it comes to other people's view of you, do you feel that people take all those factors into consideration when they're speaking to you? Or do you feel like people often project a certain identity onto you?
People only see what they want to see.
And what is that? What do they see?
Well, being biracial, people can view you as mixed. Some people view me as black. Some people say you're black because you have a drop of black in you. So
I've heard that. You got a little hint of melanin, you're black.
yeah, exactly.
As soon as you got a hint of melanin, you're black.
It's however people want to view you.
So do you feel like people's views have affected you?
Yeah, definitely.
In what ways do you think it affected you?
I think there's pros and cons. Growing up biracial, you can take advantage of the fact that you can identify with, you know,
various different groups of people.
Yeah.
But then the cons
is sometimes you don't fit in, and sometimes you don't know where you belong, and you question whether you identify with a certain group.
How did that become problematic for you? Like not knowing where you fit in or where you identify with? Like,
well,
why was that a problem?
my skin is very light.
Yeah,
so
I hadn't noticed.
It's winter time.
Don't blame winter. She lied.
So some people even will tell me like, you're not black. Like, you're so pale. Like, and you know, some people can automatically say I'm white.
But how did that affect you? Like, what did that do to you? Were you upset? Were you like, did you want to fight people? Like, how did that affect you as a kid?
It just made me uncomfortable with who I am.
So it came inward more.
I never expressed it, but like inside it, you know, made me uncomfortable.
Funny that you brought up expression, because I find that a lot too, where I never felt I was able to express my, you know, lack of fitting in, my lack of belonging, because it almost seemed like, oh, no, you come with privilege, you're not allowed to complain.
Yeah.
You know what I
Too
mean?
black for the white people.
Yeah.
Too white for the black people.
And it's just like, where do I go and who do I talk to about this?
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's like, I didn't want to talk to nobody about it either, because the second you do, you get torn apart. As someone who identifies as So you said French Canadian? Is that
Yep.
the title you use? French Canadian, Jewish,
Yeah.
Jamaican. That's a mouthful. How do you position yourself when issues arise of like the arguments between white versus black, you know, white privilege, Black Lives Matter? Is that something that you are like willingly able to dive into, take a stance on, or do you feel very hesitant in these types of
I
situations?
feel very hesitant.
Why is that?
Because I don't feel confident speaking for my black side or confident speaking for my white side. Because I'm not 100% one or the other.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. It's like you get negated, like it's like not enough of an opinion.
Yeah.
Your vote doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Your vote
matter.
doesn't
You
count.
don't count.
It's half the count.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah. That's terrible that people make us feel this way. It's really terrible. I mean, and I'm seeing this repetition over and over and over, where that's how a lot of mixed race people feel, where it's like, I never had a seat at the table. I don't really feel like I was included. I was always shut down. And it's like, there's so much right now about mental health and how validation and expression and being confident about oneself is like so pivotal in, you know, just your day-to-day routines, your success in your life. And hearing so many people say, like, I didn't have that. You have a bunch of people who are like hurt and broken out there, right?
Yep. I was never who I really was, especially like growing up. It was almost like a coping mechanism. I had a switch when I was like with my white friends, and then when I was with my black friends, I would act different. And it was like a coping mechanism because I felt like I could do that. I was allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't fully white or fully black.
I totally get that. I swayed in between a lot of different high school groups as well. It was like, I had my Latina friends, I had my black friends,
Yeah.
I had my rocker white friends. Like, I get that vibe. It's like you kind of just
But that's a pro
take
too,
a little
because
bit
we
from
get along.
everything.
We get along with everybody.
Yeah, 100%. That's definitely a skill set, or I want to say a quality that I possess now as a person moving into the career force, moving into dynamics where there are so many other people, so many different mixed races. It's like that's not an obstacle for me. That's not a problem. I never foresee that as something that's gonna affect me. Yeah. Please let us know about a that's some shit moment.
That's some shit.
And a that's some shit moment, for those of you who don't know, is a time where you just heard something totally outrageous. Be that about the fact that you were mixed, you know, the fact that your parents might be interracial, just like things that people said to you that was just not okay. Give me your top 3.
Like things that I've heard.
Yeah.
Like someone say directly at me.
Either or. Things that have been said directly to you, things that somebody has told you.
Tell me one of yours.
One of them.
Ooh, how the tables have turned.
So I'm serving this white man at a restaurant. And I put my plate down, you know, serve him, whatever. Here you go, sir. Hope you enjoy. And I don't even know how the conversation spanned the way it did, but he was like, well, you don't have that blackitude, do you?
Oh. No.
I swear to God. The man said, you don't have that blackitude.
He said
That's
what?
bad.
I was like, I was so taken back that I didn't even really know how to react. You know, I'm at work.
I don't blame you.
I'm on my job.
How
I
do
don't
you
want to
respond
lose
to
my
that?
job. I don't know how to respond. The deer in the headlights
Yeah.
moment. Like,
Just walk away.
that's what he did!
Just
That's
walk
exactly
away.
what he did. I was like,
When in doubt, yeah.
turn and walk, yeah.
That's
I
what
just
I'm
didn't
gonna
even
do.
know what to say. And then after I do even recall saying, hey friend, like, can you go take over that table? Because the most outrageous thing just happened and I can't even face him. Like right now I'm enraged and I
you
wanted
just
to
see
say
red.
something,
You just see red.
but I didn't know what to do in the moment.
Well, just the other day, I was in Montreal with my Jewish side of my family,
Yeah.
and they're not familiar with the dreads, how they work, what they are, what they feel like.
How they were.
Yeah, so
I love it.
one lady said, what happened to your curly hair? And I said, oh, I locked my hair, so it's dreadlocks now. I don't have curls anymore, you know, permanently.
Yeah.
And she said, what? I thought that was just a clip on your hair. She's like, so that's your actual hair?
Clip and weave?
Yeah. And then she reached for it. Like, she wanted to touch
no.
it. And I was, no, it's a no.
Did you move?
Yeah, of
You
course.
gave her the sway?
I was like, and then she asked to feel it. And there were a bunch of people watching, and I was on the spot, and I was like, do I let her feel it? And I thought if I let her, then everyone would want to, so I just said, no.
Oh, you said no.
I'm
I'm surprised. I'm like the opposite, where I get so awkward, but then I'm like, oh my God, how do I say no. I can't say no.
If it was-
Especially if I'm on set. They'll be like, oh, can I touch it? And I'm like,
If it was more of
I
a
wanna say
one-on-one
no.
thing, I would have said sure.
yeah.
But
You didn't want to set the tone.
I didn't want 400 hands in my head.
If you could give a message to your younger self, now that you are who you are, now that you're more, solidified in the person that you are today, what would that message be to your younger self?
Just be who you are. Be comfortable. Be confident. You're always learning new things about yourself and always growing.
That is
So just own it. Just own every step of the way.
That's some solid advice. I like that. Just to wrap this all up now, define your mixed life in one word, 1 to 2 words. Let us know.
My mixed life has been amazing.
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 I like it.
Amazing.
All right. That's all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll be back next week with another episode.